Hey, my name is Jarrett. I work at Sweet Maria's, and this is Poppo. Poppo is a popcorn maker that you can use to roast coffee. People have been using electric popcorn makers for 50 years to roast coffee at home, and this is a great one to do that. The Poppo kit comes with the popcorn maker itself, which is a pretty standard air popcorn maker, but it also comes with this sleeve, which is what sort of sets Poppo apart from other popcorn poppers that you just get on the internet. The Poppo can roast a quarter pound of coffee at a time. That's about 110 grams. And if you don't have a scale, you can also basically just level your coffee off in this and roast that much. Somewhat interestingly, Poppo, even though it's a popcorn maker, is actually a pretty bad one. But that's kind of what makes it great for roasting coffee. Poppo runs at 1400 watts, and also it has the air holes at the bottom rather than on the side. Normally, that is not recommended for roasting coffee, but when you have a model that blows the air straight up along with the Poppo sleeve, it works really great. The sleeve is made out of a food grade aluminum, and you can just drop it right in. And it has an angled bar in it that helps sort of circulate the air from top to bottom, and it just draws the coffee from the bottom near the heat up to the top and back down in a really nice circular motion. One thing Poppo doesn't have is a way to collect chaff, but we have a really easy suggestion for how to do that, which is just to use the Poppo box. You can cut a little hole in it like this, pop the lid open, and just boop, pop it under. You got a chaff collector. Another thing about Poppo is that it's really easy to use because it just has one control. It's the on-off switch that's on the side. You basically roast coffee by controlling the time that you roast it, and the longer it goes, the darker it'll get. Something else that's good about Poppo is the batch size. Sometimes on air roasters, they kind of struggle with doing bigger batches, but Poppo can do a quarter pound at a time, which is 110 grams, which is pretty good. Compared to a lot of home coffee roasters, Poppo also roasts very quickly. Some of the bigger roasters can take 12 to 15 minutes for a batch, but Poppo can roast a quarter pound of coffee in about 5 or 6 minutes. It's also pretty great because in that 5 or 6 minutes, you can roast the coffee pretty dark, and that's something that Poppo excels at. It can roast coffee dark, which a lot of air roasters aren't able to do. So who is Poppo for? We think Poppo is really good for people who are just learning how to roast coffee because you can learn how to do the basics. You can learn how to adjust your batch size up and down. You can learn how to track the different phases of coffee development by just looking down and seeing the coffee as it roasts. And you can learn about the impact of development time, which is the amount of time from first crack when the coffee starts popping till the time you dump it out. Poppo is not so great for people who want a lot of control or who want to really mess around with trying to create profiles for their coffee roaster. We do have some suggestions on the library page of our website for how people that do want to mess around with Poppo a little bit more can do so, maybe by using longer cords to slow it down a little bit, or by using voltage regulators to turn the power up and down. But for most people, you're going to get the best results by just plugging it in and turning it on and off. So if you're new to home coffee roasting, or you're just looking for something really simple and small to complement your bigger roaster, we think Poppo is a great choice. You can find Poppo on our website, sweetmarias.com, and you can find more information about roasting on Poppo on the library site, library.sweetmarias.com. Just search for Poppo. There'll be a million results. If you have any questions, you can also shoot us an email, info@sweetmarias.com. But other than that, hope you enjoy Poppo and happy roasting.